Dude, welcome back to the Dudes of Sports Podcast. I'm your host, PC, and we got another great episode for you today. Hey, the Dynamic Duo keeps bringing you banger after banger after banger every single Sunday night. The other two clowns, we don't know where they are, but they're never here anymore. So basically, get used to seeing just our two faces for the total time being until they figure out whatever they're doing. Kyle, not
I know our
respecting.
women audience has just tanked.
Yep, 100%. They just like, Lee Kyle Stelting's not here. Like, let's actually view this podcast. And then Nick comes on, like, okay, now we can get down
Yeah.
a little bit. So, but it is what it is. P4, maybe for West, how's the week been? Everything on that
Oh,
nature.
yeah, you got high school basketball starting up. We've been talking about college basketball, but kind of the first couple weeks, PC's still been talking about Tennessee. Now he'll probably stop. so, we're kind of figuring stuff out in some sports. Football, we're definitely figuring stuff out. College, we got the playoff thing. Duke, ACC champs, and you didn't make the playoff. That's absolutely garbage. The playoff committee, it didn't have any credibility before this, but it's lost even that. We'll get into it. But we still look good in basketball. Beat KU. We talked about that. Might as well mention it every pod until we beat them. Well, no, we won't get the chance to beat them in March or April because
You're right, because
they'll
they're going
lose
to
to
come back in the
Rutgers
tournament and win.
in like
Nah,
a round of
we'll be a mean 4
32.
seed coming and beating Duke. That'd be pretty great.
Yep, not gonna happen. Probably lose to Michigan State. Uh, this was a good coach, man. Shire's undefeated against him. But yeah, awesome stuff going on. Like I said, the high school sports. My neck of the woods, the number one recruit in the country, had his debut. We're also watching Sunday Night Football. I don't know. I think we were kind of talking before the pod. I may be the number one Chiefs supporter right now on the podcast
Maybe. It
because
might be
all
true.
these kids have given up on this squad, and I mean, yeah, they might not win this one, but I mean, they're a dangerous team regardless, and we'll see. I don't know. Is Chris Jones drinking
I don't know.
vodka on the
That looks
sideline?
like. That's what it looks like.
It is cold over
Yeah,
there,
it's freezing.
but yeah, it is getting colder. That's another thing that's going on. But that's pretty much all I got. Happy Thanksgiving. I think that was last week though. We might have talked about that
There's
already.
2 weeks,
But
yeah.
whatever. We got the holidays coming up. Exciting stuff. People coming home for the holidays. Like I said, football, wrestling, UFC. We got to talk about this week from this last yesterday. So, yep, exciting stuff. No more ESPN. Hello, folks.
Yep. Moving over to the Paramount there coming up this year after these last few fights or whatever. Let's get right into it. Let's talk NFL recap. I know we got the Sunday Night Football game going on right now. The Chiefs and the Texans are at a 10-10 hold right now in the third. We'll keep you live reactions from that this throughout the pod, see what happens specifically. But on Thursday night, we got a playoff eliminator, probably, potentially, more than likely. The Lions beat the Cowboys 44-30. Jameer Gibbs had 3 touchdowns. Thank goodness that the commissioner and the rest of the league of our fantasy force draft or fantasy football draft decided to not allow a stupid trade after the residential Kyle Stelting wanted to trade Jameer Gibbs to another team after he was eliminated for the playoffs. Just total awful move. No sportsmanship there from K-Stel at all. But thank goodness. But Jameer Gibbs, 3
It was
touchdowns.
a silly looking trade, but I do hate our commissioner.
Yeah, the commissioner needs to probably go at this point. But if the commissioner goes, I don't know if anything ever gets set up. So like, I think the only reason you want him there is because at least he's gonna set it up for you. So like, you don't have to really do anything. Like kind of a lot of other things that go on here. But the Lions now find themselves at 8-5. It's going to be real interesting down to the wire there in that NFC North for those top 3 teams to see who's going to climb out of the NFC North at the top. I don't know. We're going to talk about. I'll wait for the Packers to talk about that. But yeah, good win for the Lions. Cowboys kind of eliminated themselves now at 6-6, especially with the NFC being so good.
But
Uh,
their offense is still pretty good. I mean,
yes,
Schottenheimer
yeah,
has kind of proved himself. Everyone was saying how stupid of a coaching decision that was. and how trading Micah and getting Kenny Clark and these first round picks. I mean, I guess, but are you tanking? Dak's getting old, and then you get Quinnen Williams and you give away one of those picks. And I mean, Jerry's a crazy old man, dude. He's
Yeah.
a crazy old fart. He'll figure some stuff out. So he's kind of wheeling dealing. So I don't know. Maybe you're right that they're not going to make the playoffs this year, but especially in the NFC being 6-6. I mean, the Chiefs are 6-6, but they're in the AFC, so it's
Right.
kind of
So
a different
they
story.
go 7-5 and still only be one game back from the playoff spot.
But I mean, if they re-sign Pickens, they might. I mean, their defense needs some work. Maybe they get a new defensive coach, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the offense does look really good with Pickens and CD Lamb there. Javonte Williams in the backfield's done all right. Maybe you kind of try to upgrade there.
I mean, it feels like you put any running back there. I mean, imagine if they get Jeremiah Love,
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal for.
which Jeremiah Love probably wasn't going to play in the playoff anyway.
He's
We'll talk
definitely
about
not now. So, it's we'll see what happens to the NFC North. But let's go over the morning slates, and then we'll stop by throughout and see what you think here. Seahawks beat the Falcons, 37-9. Sam Darnold, 3 touchdowns. That guy was a former Jet, if I remember correctly.
What? I
But Falcons utter disaster over there in
think I
Atlanta.
would remember that. Not. I mean,
They're 4-9. That's a disaster with the expectations they had coming into the year.
what was the expectation?
Winning the division.
Okay.
Now they're the worst in the division.
Are they?
No, the
I
Saints.
guess. No,
The
Saints. Yeah. Even though the Saints
They
did
see-
beat the Bucks today, so
stupid. That's the craziest.
that's what I'm saying. Is that like it's like the NFC South. It's not like they're the fucking Raiders
Yeah.
right now. The Raiders have kind of been a disaster,
Yeah.
but
They're 4-9. That's pretty.
no, it's not good. But
It's
they
their
did
third,
lose their
was it
quarterback.
Third year after Raheem.
Do you think they draft another quarterback?
I don't
I
know.
mean, that's a lot of leg injuries
Michael
to Penix.
Penix, and when he's been.
And I like him. I like lefties. He's from UW. I mean, I appreciate him and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
but he's looked rough throughout the
Kirk is
entire.
probably going to be a Jet next year.
That would make a lot of sense, honestly. But the Seahawks keep rolling. They are now 10-3. Still looking at easily in that playoff spot.
Bijan, all the flipping games that Bijan's supposed to go off is
never
all the
does.
ones that he. I mean, 20 carries, 86 yards, 1 fumble, no touchdowns. What the fuck?
Yeah, how do you not? Yeah, and then he goes off for.
Yeah, and then he plays like the Patriots, who's like the number 2 defense, and
Just,
yeah.
destroys them. Yeah, it's really interesting going on over there in Atlanta. Maybe a new coaching staff is in order. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's only the home games where it's that cool camera angle.
Yeah,
You
there
see
you
that
go.
cool camera angle they have?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts there. The Bills come back from behind to win against the Bengals at home, 39-34. Bengals, if they would have Joe Burrow all year, I mean, I know their defense is still lackluster, but they're a playoff consideration team. I mean, with Joe Burrow,
They're 4-9. Wait.
but Joe Burrow's been out the entire season. I'm saying that
Well,
quarterback
okay,
makes
well they're
huge
in a
difference.
what I've been saying about the Cowboys and the flipping Falcons is pretty much exactly what you're saying about the Bengals.
Yeah, I guess it's true for the Falcons.
Yes, you're right. Joe Burrow's awesome. There's a joke about this on a few things. Oh, fucking picked. God, he's fucking awful, isn't he?
No, not really. That's kind of not. No, that's not how that works.
But so when you're looking at it, Joe, but like it's the thing that's like you don't want to see them in the playoffs. It's like, well, we won't.
Yeah.
So like we don't like yeah, you're absolutely right. We don't want to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
Yes.
So yeah. I mean, they're great. Are they gonna get rid of one of these wide receivers? Are they gonna get? I mean, this is optimistic Jet fan, stupid Twitter, X, Reddit, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But it's like we've got 5 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. Bengals got a shit ton of money on a team that keeps on losing and an injury-prone quarterback.
Yeah.
Jets got a good O-line. We
Yeah,
have A.D. Mitchell, who's now a best wide receiver in the NFL. It's crazy, man. But we'll talk about the
Yeah, the
Jets.
Bills-
but yeah, the Bills.
came
I
back. I mean, they're
hate the
9-4.
Bills.
I mean, I'm not a big Bills guy anyway. It's just because whatever. But like,
Patriots
came
bye
back.
week too, so we don't
Yeah.
even get to see them.
Burrow had 4 touchdowns. It's pretty crazy. But Bills continue to fight.
Dude,
themselves.
it's crazy. It's insane. I think this is his first loss since like week 11 of last year. Him.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's healthy, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and that team's really solid. But if you don't have him at quarterback, I mean, good luck.
The Jets beat that team too.
Yeah.
By the way.
The Titans won 31-29. Howard was kind of happy in the shit bowl we call the Titans versus Browns game.
Dude,
Shador, though,
is Shador the best
3
quarterback in the
touchdowns,
NFL?
364 yards, and you couldn't get the guy a win? Are you kidding? Like,
Did you see the last play of the game? They went for 2 to tie it because they missed the extra point.
Yeah.
And they brought in the Wildcat. Also, I think Shador ran for 1. He had 4 total touchdowns today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 3 carries for a touchdown. He had a long of 14, which was the long in the game for the Browns, who only ran the ball 20 times for 61 yards. They threw it 42 times.
That's awesome, especially when you have Judkins in the backfield against the Tennessee Titans. That's a great winning philosophy there for the Cleveland Browns.
And then the last play, they had him at quarterback. It didn't make sense.
Yep. But, Shador gets that win. They may have found their quarterback there in Cleveland. I mean, he's looking pretty good. I know it's only been a few days, and who knows.
How funny would it be if he's actually the guy?
Their guy.
Change it.
Yeah, he's going to flip it around for them. That would be unbelievable. Titans still in last place at 2-11. Browns, though, kind of trying to kick around at 3-10. So we'll have to wait and see there. The Commanders lose 31-0 to the Vikings. McCarthy had
9
touchdown. 3 had a bunch. Every time you say something, I'm like trying to read stats off, and it's like, oh, thanks, bro. I love it.
9.
30. It was 31-0.
No, 31-0.
Yeah.
But 9 is the quarterback.
Oh yeah.
The alter ego.
There you go. Yep. Yep. 100%. JJ McCarthy 3 touchdowns, 163 yards against the Commanders. The Commanders are not as good.
He would have tore the Seahawks up last week.
Not much to talk about there. Commanders suck. Vikings are not as good either. But
Well,
back and forth.
Jaden Daniels played.
Yeah, they still look like shit.
Well, like why? I mean, Jesus! Did you see that arm break? What was that? That was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Trying
oh my
to come
gosh!
back in and try and save this, but that's
And they took him out again, and I don't know if they put him back on IR, but that is
crazy. But move on here. Let's talk quickly before we'll go to the Jets basically last. But we'll talk the Saints getting the first win over the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have been plummeting. They're 7-6. They may not make the playoffs at this point with how good the NFC is. But
no, only the division winner will, and it's probably going to be the Panthers, who are also going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But the Bucs are falling from grace here. Baker not playing so well. But yeah, Saints, I guess it's cool they got to win, but
is it pronounced Shuck or Shao?
I think it's Shao.
Shao? I've been hearing people say Shuck. I mean, I haven't watched a Saints game.
Yeah,
but
I don't think I have either. I really don't think. I think I'm just going off a whim on what it is. But
I mean, it looks like Shao.
Yeah, it does. Daniel Jones injured his leg completely snapped in half. The Jags ended up getting the win, 36-19.
I think it was Achilles. It was a ligament thing.
It was. Yeah, it's like something messed up with his. I know, but it's just easier to say it that it was something like he snapped it in two after the whole injury. His whole leg's still fucked. So they lost 36-19. Colts are also kind of plummeting in the AFC. The Jaguars are now taking their spot as the division leader. We'll see if they'll be able to hold on for that playoff spot, or since they don't have a quarterback, like where do you go from here if you're the Colts?
Wait, I mean, they're gonna have to play someone at quarterback.
Yeah, but is there anybody that can actually help them at quarterback?
No.
Like keep this thing from being going off the rails. I don't think so. I think it's going to go off the rails, and we're going to see the Colts do another one of those where they start off really good or kind of look like they're going to be a playoff team and then just plummet at the very end of the season. Sucks for Daniel Jones. He was playing really, really well. Seeing a guy like that.
You think he still gets a big contract this offseason?
No, not after that injury. I don't think. I think he still gets something somewhere. He could be a Jet for sure, but I mean, that would be the realistic or even a Saint, but I think they're going to start. So maybe he deserves it. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll get the Sam Darnold treatment, or maybe he won't. But Jags are taking that division right now as well. The Steelers, how happy are you that Aaron Rodgers, your former quarterback, continues to win big games? And now they're 7 and
Is he?
6. Well, they're 7 and 6. I mean, what else? I mean, like,
How do you feel that Aaron
First-
Rodgers is outplaying your quarterback?
actually, last week he didn't outplay my quarterback at all. But I mean, my whole the rest of the team he outplayed. But is what it is at some point. But
Yeah, I mean, I
I don't know.
don't
It's
think
just trying
about
to-
Aaron Rodgers very much. I
Yeah,
do think, hey, maybe Lamar's on the block.
I don't.
How
think
about
so.
that?
I don't think so. There's no way Lamar's going anywhere.
Well,
I don't think that's the issue there. He got hurt for half the year, but who knows? But the Steelers now take the AFC
stranger
North.
things have happened.
They're now currently winning in the AFC North, so big win for them. Now they lead. They're going to get a playoff spot if they win the division. So yeah, see if Rodgers can hold it together and Tomlin can become another average season to get them in the playoffs, just to get bounced in the first round. The Jets lose 34-10. This was kind of a sloppy
And
game.
it wasn't nearly as close as the score indicated.
Yeah, it was kind of a beatdown. P4, what do you want to talk on your Jets? What are you thinking? How's it? Are you like? I know you kind of like already started looking at mocks. I know you don't want to be that way, but like, is it? Like,
Oh man, I
What are
mean,
you
it doesn't
trying to-
matter what I want.
I know, but let's just, if the world revolved around P4 or maybe
Oh,
if we're way out
Jesus.
west, I mean,
Brady Cook would be the MVP.
Yeah.
Brady Cook had a decent game. AD Mitchell should have fought for that ball, and he should have had a touchdown and only one pick. My God, I hate the Dolphins, man. Tua turned the ball over, 127 yards, so silly. Jalen Wright had 107 rush yards. Brees Hall, when you get away from the rush game, nothing good happens. We did see Zach Wilson in this game. Punt return. Oh, Chris Banjo, best special teams coordinator in the league. It's actually crazy. Like all the good, and it's kind of like the Titans, and maybe it's like a bad team thing, but like all the good things that happened to the Jets has happened to them on special teams. Like I think they lead the league in return touchdowns. I think we have 4 now.
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, right. And then fourth down, fake stuff. We ran a speed option with a direct snap to the up back, like just crazy stuff like that. So super fun stuff. At least we're having fun, I guess.
Yeah.
We just talked about Tennessee,
Everybody
who's
likes
kind of
fun.
stinking it up.
People like fun.
Yeah, and I mean, try it, right? And you
Yeah,
got
some
Brady
fun
Cook
ones.
out there. Kid's an undrafted rookie out of Mizzou. Who doesn't love that story?
Yeah, for sure.
Go out there, sling the ball around. I mean, it kind of, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
They're 3
The
and
team
10.
sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done there.
I like a lot of players on the squad, man. I think that this
Jazz.
team is capable of being a team that wins, but I say that just about every year.
Yeah, it does seem like that kind of comes up often. Go, Patty. Oh. Fourth down. Sucks. Yeah. But we'll go to these afternoon slate games here real quick. Broncos continue to, now they're the first seed in the AFC right now. At 11-2, they beat the Raiders. Raiders look almost as bad, if not worse, as the Jets without a starting quarterback. They're horrible with Geno. I mean, that team's a disaster. Who knows what will happen there? But the Broncos continue to keep rolling. They're the AFC number 1 seed as of currently right now. The NFC North had another great battle. The Packers willed it out against the Bears, 28-21. They're 9-3-1. The Bears are 9-4. The Lions are 8-5. P4, out of those 3 teams, who do you think makes it out of the NFC North as the division winner? Which team looks most success? I know opponent matters, but if let's just say that their schedules are the same, what team has a better shot of winning the division and winning it all at the end?
Packers beat the Bears. I also think the Packers,
They beat the Lions, yeah.
they beat the Lions, yeah, and they play the Bears again. Yeah, they swept the Lions. I mean, yeah, what the flip are we talking about, man?
I don't
And
know.
they
They've
beat
had a
the
few interesting losses in there. I mean, Jordan's played really well.
Eagles, Panthers, Browns. Okay, Browns, that was the run game. That
But
was a goofy game. Then you got the Panthers. Maybe the Panthers are the best team in the NFC. Who knows?
maybe.
And then you got the Eagles. That was a 10-7. That was that Monday night game. That was really weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had two kind of off games when the offense wasn't really moving. But the defense has, in any of their losses, the defense is not allowed more than 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, the defense is really
Maybe
solid. I mean,
maybe
Mike
not
Hugh's
even more
already
than
there,
one.
obviously, but
Yeah.
the
Oh,
defense
they
has
allowed
always-
2 to Carolina.
have always been great. So, yeah.
So really, all they have to do is allow 2 touchdowns, and they'll win the game.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that's a good
That's the kind of
philosophy.
stats.
Really work in baseball. It's work in NFL. But yeah, I also have the Packers.
As he gets on base.
I think the Bears will probably crumble like they kind of always do. I think they'll be a playoff team, which is really good for the Bears to see them be this good. But I don't think that they're going to make a huge run. The Lions are a team that if
Yo,
their
the Bears
offense-
suck, dude.
I mean, they don't suck. I mean, they're not that good, but they don't suck. They're gonna make the playoffs. And they might win a game in the playoffs. For being the Bears, that's pretty good for how bad they've
And the
been.
Colts still might make the playoffs. I mean, yeah. This is the best season the Bears have had since
Yeah.
2018, since Mitch Trubisky was on the team. So
Yeah, it's
don't
been
get
a
your
long
hopes
time.
too far out.
No.
Oh,
but making the playoffs
real
is-
quick about the Jets, because we already talked about them. They were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So that's 15 straight years. The
Nice.
longest active streak, and I believe the longest streak ever.
Great stats there, Jesus, Chris Jones. Can you actually rap the quarterback? That'd be pretty great. Yeah. So Packers will again. They will play the Bears again in Soldier Field, the last game of the season. That might really come down to who wins the NFC North. But Packers get it done in Cheesehead Land at their Lambeau.
Do you think the Bears can win that game? They just lost at home. I mean, it was close. They lost at home by a touchdown. And they're going to go to Lambeau.
No, they played
unless
at
the
Lambeau.
Packers-
They played at Lambeau today.
Oh, at Lambeau
They
today?
played
Okay.
at Lambeau, so they got a chance to win it at Soldier. 'Cause that
Unless the
place will be
Packers
very
are
good.
already the number one
Yeah,
seed and they
right,
rest.
Yeah, they just rest people for sure. But I mean, if it's, I think it'd be probably pretty. I mean, it should be pretty decently close. I mean, they play. They got. They brought the Browns next, which okay. Then they got the Packers, and they finished the season at the 49ers.
He might lose to the Browns.
Yeah, with Shador playing as well as he is. Yeah, I could see that as a consideration. Gee, Merry Christmas. They're gonna score another touchdown. The Chiefs are gonna lose. Go figure. Yeah. That is what it is. I guess we're not gonna make the playoffs, as we've been saying on this podcast for a while now. Chiefs are currently playing 10-10. Houston's about to score. The Chiefs need to win to continue to try and be in playoff contention. If they win, they'll be 7-6. The other teams ahead of them are 8-5. So you kind of put yourself back in that groove. If you lose, you're pretty much done. Not necessarily, but you need a lot more things to go right for you to make the playoffs. Yeah. Then our Monday night game is the Eagles and Chargers. I'm hoping the Eagles kind of pull that off just to kind of help our playoff chances. But that's going to do it for our NFL segment. We're going to wrap up there. We're going to get right into the next exciting sport of football. And we're going to talk about the college football and the conference championships this week and the reveal of the college football playoff bracket. First, let's start off with those smaller schools that found their way into the college football playoff because they did win. In the American Championship, Tulane won 34-21. Pretty decent game for them. North Texas, good season still as well, but Tulane holds them off an 11-2 team. They're going to go to the college football playoff. And then James Madison beat Troy. Their only loss of the season. They get their redemption, won 31-14. They're also in the college football playoff as well. On Saturday, we had our big games. First game was Texas Tech dismantling BYU 34-7. That defense is really good. We've been saying it for a long time now here on the Do the Sports podcast, but everybody around the nation's been saying it. That defense is good. It's very, very good. I mean, it's almost as good as like that. They're in the same range as like Ohio State and Indiana on the defensive level. Um, the way they just stopped BYU from their high-powered offense from doing anything all night or all afternoon was pretty impressive. They're going to be a 4 seed in the college football playoff. Getting that first round bye is pretty nice, I guess. But yeah, they would have 34-7. Watch out for them in the college
Does that
football
kid
playoff.
have a chance of being a Heisman finalist? I mean,
He,
he's not going to win it.
yeah, I think he's a chance to be a Heisman finalist. Yes, Rodriguez. Yeah, I think he does. Just because he has had a terrific season, he won't win it, but he could be, yes, a part of that finalist part and get to go and everything like that. I could totally see that because he is the heart and soul of the Texas Tech defense. Georgia put belt to ass Alabama 28-7. They were up 21-0 going into the fourth. Alabama scored early in the fourth. Like, okay, maybe they'll have a chance. And then Georgia just put another one on top of it to really seal the game. Georgia, number 3, get a first round bye in that college football playoff. They're going to be scary. Ty Simpson played okay. I loved the comment that maybe from way out west in our chat that he kind of looks like a jet quarterback. Couldn't agree more. But yeah, Alabama, they're going to be fine.
I saw a tweet that said it's more likely that he'll be playing at Tulane than in the NFL.
But yeah, the Alabama still made the playoff even at 10-3. But Georgia looks like they're going to be rolling as well and be a really dangerous team come the quarterfinal.
How did they beat Georgia the first time?
I don't know. I think they just caught him slipping. I don't know. It's like a totally two different games between the regular season one and the one for the championship. It just flipped. So I don't know. They found something and it worked. The most anticipated football game of the weekend was number 1 Ohio State versus number 2
Duke versus
Indiana.
Virginia.
No. Let me repeat that. No. So those were at the same time, and I'm pretty sure there were way more viewers watching Ohio
Dude.
State, Indiana.
I'll tell you what the committee was watching.
Yeah, okay, we can get into the committee stuff later. But Indiana.
I mean, right? They knew that both those teams in the Big Ten were getting in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? But Ohio State ends up losing to Indiana 13-10. Indiana, Cignetti, that staff over there, it's honestly really nice to see a team that's not known as a football powerhouse to be the dominant and the favorite to win the championship, especially a team like Indiana, which is much more of a basketball school. For them to continue to have success is awesome. Fernando Mendoza got hurt for a little bit, came back, looked pretty all right. But that defense, especially that defensive line, it kind of wraps with that Texas Tech and Ohio State, and it kind of exposed some of the cracks in that Ohio State offensive line. So they got some pressure. The real awful thing, Ohio State had a chance to tie this game, and the kicker missed a 27-yard field goal to tie the game with 2 minutes left. Pretty horrible stuff there. But still one seed for Indiana, 2 seed for Ohio State. It's fine. Your goal is the national championship. Yes, the Big Ten championship's important, but if you're Ohio State, you're like, okay, we still got some of the best players in the world. We still have plenty of opportunity to win the national championship as a 2 seed. It sucks, but we'll move on and be fine. Remember last year they lost to Michigan, and everybody's like, oh, they're going to be so not good, and they went on and won the entire thing. This year, I think that commentary isn't as high as it normally has been with Jason Day's squad, especially they lost to the number 2 team. But maybe that'll boost them to be able to go to the next level and win some
Ryan
championships. Yeah, Ryan Day. Jason Day's a golfer. Yeah, I'm not thinking straight today. All right, let's talk about the game that P4, Main Man for Way Out West, really wants to talk about. Duke wins the ACC championship, 27-20. Honestly, an instant classic going to overtime. Virginia did score at the very end to tie the game and almost stun Duke.
Which was also... okay, I don't want to say like it wasn't the craziest end of game drive I've ever seen,
Yeah,
but there was a couple of yellow markers that
they wanted Virginia to get in. Are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. right? Sometimes some stuff happens, right?
Yeah.
But that one, I almost feel like there was a guy in the headset, and then you go to the overtime, and they score that crazy touchdown on. I think it was third and goal, or was
Yeah.
it fourth and goal?
I
Did they
think it
go
was.
for it on fourth
I
and
think it was
goal?
fourth and goal. Yeah.
And then they intercepted from UVA, and UVA's players are fucking pissed. I'd be interested to see if UVA even accepted. Well, I think yeah, everyone accepts their bowl invite, right? It's only crazy that.
Well, no. Well, Notre Dame already declined, and all like everybody's declining. All those big schools now are basically declining bowl invites.
What do you mean by all? Like
Like
even
even Kansas, like they got put in because people were like saying they didn't want to be in, and Kansas said they didn't want to play in a bowl.
really?
They're ready for the season to be over. I guess I don't know. I don't understand it. I think the bowls, especially for a Kansas fan as myself, not seeing us go to a
Who's your
bowl.
quarterback?
I don't even want to say his name. It's kind of like vomiting out everything after
Does it
a long
dude, put the
drink.
arm on tape for another game?
No,
Come
no,
on, kid.
no. Let's just let's let
You're
you
gonna be
go
a
off in the
chief with Matt
horizon.
Nagy as head coach in 2027.
Definitely not. He's definitely not making the NFL. He'll probably be coaching Little League somewhere at some point with his kids or whatever. But yeah, but yeah, a lot of people are saying no to those invites. All right, what's your rant? I know you're already going to go on this thing, so I'm letting you have the floor on why Duke, being
Well-
a 8-6 team or 8-5 team, should be in the playoff over the teams established in the playoff.
And you're right. Maybe I'm a little more, but I think that this is a pretty just May man from way out west take, regardless of the team. It's a shitty situation for the committee. It shows the gaps in these mega conferences, and Duke or a team that has a record like that shouldn't ever be able to be a part of something like that. So, and especially since you have like the whole Power Four instead of the Power Five, and you have these mega conferences, and you have a season in the 12-team playoff era where a Power Four conference champion doesn't make the playoff. And it's Duke, it's this, and you can say that I'm biased and all that stuff, which I am. But it is crazy to just say that. Like they've set that precedent that you can win your conference championship, even in the Power Four, and you're not guaranteed to make the playoff. So, do conference championships mean anything at all?
Guess not in the aspect of it.
No.
I mean it does, but if your team wouldn't have
What do you
been
mean it
8-5 and they would have
Oregon
been 9
has a
and-
bye week.
Yeah.
Oregon
So
got to
Ole Miss
sit at
had-
home.
So did Oklahoma.
Ohio. Yeah, well, exactly. So, like, yeah.
But they're
So
10 and
you're
2.
telling me that you're better
They're
off.
10-2.
You're better
You're
off
8-5.
just losing. You might as well do like the rest all thing on NCAA. Whenever you play, like if you play, right? If I'm Oregon and I play Indiana week 8 next year,
Well, no,
just rest
not
all.
necessarily because like AC, so like Notre Dame's, I won't get to the playoff, but like they didn't play the conference championship. They would play
Well,
the
okay.
conference
Well, that's
championship.
no. They also
played
lost
against-
games. Like that's
Right,
the
well,
thing
But they
that
didn't
you.
beat anybody. That's the big thing with that. So that.
But if you go undefeated, other than like you can, I mean, you're supposed to just win your games, right?
Yeah.
But that just shows you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
That like it just shows that there's obviously an issue.
Yeah.
Now I'm a Duke fan. I love that Duke won the ACC championship, and yes, I do think that they should be in the college football playoff. It's crazy to me that I can say that the ACC champion didn't make the college football playoff in a 12-team playoff format. I mean, that's crazy, right? Imagine if the Big 12, if that happened in the Big 12 or in that. Oh my God, heaven forbid the SEC.
Yeah, if it happened,
You're
in the
telling me I
SEC,
could-
it might
Now,
be
if you
different.
probably win the SEC championship, you probably make the playoff.
Yeah.
But those are probablys.
Yeah.
It's not
Depends
guaranteed.
on what the other conference players are doing.
Gosh, imagine what Dabo's saying with a 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
As soon as they announce 12-team playoff to Dabo, what's the first thing he says? All we have to do is win the conference and we're in.
Yeah.
Not so true. No, it
Yeah.
is. It's goofy that's right, and it's funny that it's Duke, and it's funny that they're a 5-loss team, and it's funny that Manny Diaz won the ACC, who was Miami's head coach, and then they fired him, and then they still make the playoff just because Notre Dame lost to them in a game that Notre Dame fans wish that they could have back. Like Notre Dame wishes they fucking scheduled the Citadel that week, which they can do next year, and that's what they'll probably do.
Yeah. Well,
It's crazy.
Alabama's
Like,
already said that they're not playing
yeah,
anybody in a ranked opponent. Because like they're like,
that's not in conference. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Absolutely. I love it. It's showing you all the problems that all this stuff, because it's the thing is that all these things, and I don't want to make this like a whole whatever podcast, but yeah, a lot of these things are kind of card houses where it's like, oh, you move one of these bricks, oh, you start paying motherfuckers. Oh my gosh, you're gonna really find out how bad this thing really is. You're gonna allow the transfer portal because it's almost like and we'll talk about the UFC and what happened with the wrestling. But the deal with the UFC is that they make the rules under the concept that, hey, you want to finish the fight. They make the rules under the concept that, hey, you want to play football for a school. These kids don't even want to play football for the school. They're like, no, I just want to get like my money up.
yeah,
I want
just want to get my money.
just
my
and like
Instagram
only put me
followers
in
and-
on plays that I'm gonna catch it. Like I don't want to. What are you talking about? I'll play 10 snaps a game if you give me 10 targets.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's full. It's a good concept to think about. Obviously, I don't think that there's.
It's funny, right? Even though I mean you're less
It's a-
biased than me.
It's not a bad argument. It's not like you're like not making any sense. If the logo was different, would it be different? Potentially, but I
What
just,
if it was KU?
if they wouldn't get in, there would be no chance. If it was the same situation you put in the Big 12,
Big
and
12
they won,
champ?
no, they wouldn't have got in. The Big 12's looked at as the same as kind of the ACC. They only got one team in.
What, so it's only a Power 2 conference?
Yeah, no, it is. It is 100%. It is the Big 10 and the SEC. That's all it is. It's all it's ever
I
going to
can't
be.
wait for Washington State to go undefeated.
They're not going to do
You know,
anything.
Washington State had John Matera and Cam Ward on the same team.
That's nuts. But Duke gets their win. Good for them. I know it's not you want to be in the playoff, but hey, 8-5, ACC champ, potential bowl, good bowl placement, with an opportunity to make a really successful season for Duke. If I'm a Duke fan, as obviously I'm not, I would be pretty happy and excited with that season that you guys pulled out there. All right, let's look at this college football playoff.
You would be insufferable as a Duke fan. I'm so tame compared to you.
I'd be terrible. I'd be awful. But, I am kind of awful with my Kansas stuff as well. But I got to watch this 3rd and 7 here. This is important.
Oh, yeah?
I'm out. Hey, they didn't snap the ball in time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Flag.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, that's the college football playoff was announced today, and here are the teams in. We kind of just discussed the bracket a little bit. I know he's kind of already talked
Chambliss
about.
going to LSU?
I don't know. That's a good question. That'd be interesting and exciting to see. I would not be shocked, but I
The
don't
number
know.
one recruit in the country is going to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's just who can pay me the most money? That's where I want to go. You pay me $2 million, I'm gonna go and play
Crumble
football.
cookies.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The number one overall seed was obviously Indiana after the huge win, undefeated team, Big Ten champion. Number 2 was Ohio State, lost, but did still only lose to the Big Ten champion by 3 points in the championship game. Georgia would be the only one you could consider maybe, but they also already have
What
a
happened to
loss.
the Big Ten is really what was like. That's the perfect scenario for all of these teams.
Yeah.
But it just isn't how it shakes out. I mean, you've got so much goddamn money that even Vanderbilt is going to be like, oh, they might have the Heisman and the number one recruit. You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, they're gonna
And they're not even sniffing the playoff.
No, but it's just based on. I mean,
And then all these teams like James Madison and Tulane, their coaches are all going to these big schools that are going to beat them in the playoff.
So yeah,
Like I would be surprised. I think it's someone else. I think Tulane's coach went to Florida or something. But how funny would
USF.
it be if
USF's
Tulane's coach went to University of South Florida?
No. Oh no, I'm getting
Ohio
mixed up.
State's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Hartline went to USF. No, you don't leave Tulane to go to USF
Yeah,
after
yeah.
a good season. But like it's under the situation where like Tulane could lose to Ole Miss in the playoff, and then Ole Miss takes Tulane's coach.
Yeah, yeah, it's just crazy stuff there. But so Georgia wins the SEC. They're the 3 seed, very high on Georgia this year again as those SEC champions. And then our Big 12 champion slips in as the 4 seed. Texas, one of the best defenses in the nation. If Mateer can play well, they're extremely dangerous. He just has to play okay with that defense. Um, at the 5 is your Oregon Ducks. Did not play in the Big Ten championship, but did only lose 1 game this year to Indiana, even though they kind of got boat raced by Indiana. But still, had another really successful team. 3rd team in the Big Ten out of the first 5 is pretty nuts, but it is what it is. Number 6, Ole Miss, great season out of the SEC. Sucks that they do not have Kiffin. That's going to be really hurtful. A lot of their coordinators also left because.
Do you think they'd be ranked higher if they had Kiffin?
No,
like, is
I
that
think
a thing?
I think they still would have been 6. I don't think they would have been put over Oregon, and not over. Oh my gosh, dude, Travis, I can't with these Chiefs, bro. They cannot catch the football. Like they
9
literally
straight
can't. They
incomplete.
can't catch the. Rasheed Rice 4th and 4, drop. Throw the ball to Travis, drop. Let's just keep dropping the football. It's like we keep dropping all everybody's hopes to make the playoffs. Kansas City. I mean, my God. Drop, pick. Oh my God, dude. I'm so done. Travis, go get married, bro.
Travis Kelsey and K Stell have a very similar.
Oh, that's frustrating. Dang it, we're not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'll watch the playoffs, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
Be one of those fans. Just don't watch the playoffs now. I mean, that's horrible.
Oh no! Oh, that's a new. Yeah, that's a new header right there. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I just.
Oh no!
That's just not. All right, Travis. I think you're done, bro. Go make $10 million on Amazon on your stupid, shitty podcast. Anyways, let's go back to actually talking about shit that matters instead of the Chiefs that suck. Number 7 is Texas A&M. After they did lose to Texas, this team is still dangerous. They moved all the way down because they lost to Texas, which is kind of interesting. But they're a pretty solid team. They're finally in the playoff. They have a chance to maybe go win the national championship. So good on them at 7. Number 8 is Oklahoma out of the SEC. Not in the SEC championship, which is kind of crazy that in Alabama is number 9. We can get that out of the way. But it's pretty crazy how you make the SEC championship and don't host a playoff game against another SEC opponent after they didn't make the SEC championship. It's pretty interesting stuff there. Oklahoma has a really good defense. Offense is what's going to maybe shoot them in the foot.
It is better to not make.
You want to reward.
Like, wait, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah, let's just reward the guys.
Like, they're
that
making
didn't
me
play.
sound like the crazy guy. I swear to God, I'm using logic here. They're the ones that are crazy. I'm not crazy.
You're crazy. Yeah, so that's just really interesting to see. But, I mean, it's just an SEC matchup, so I guess I'll tune in. Number 10 was the biggest one that everybody thought, but I'm kind of glad this is the way it turned out. Miami is the 10th seed over Notre Dame. Notre Dame first team out. I totally agree with this decision. Miami beat them in the head-to-head, and Notre Dame didn't beat anybody. I think their best win was USC this year, who were 8-4. You're not in a conference, so you don't have to go through a grueling conference schedule. You get to play whoever you want, a bunch of Mountain West characters, and if you want to make the playoff, you need to beat somebody. And so they kind of proved that, especially since Miami won the head-to-head. They're in. They are the only ACC team in, which is pretty funny, not being the champ, being the only team in. But they're at 10. That A&M Miami game will be really interesting to watch. 11 seed, due to the rules of the top players out of the top 5 conferences, or not players, teams. Tulane is the 11th seed, as we've already gone over. They'll play Ole Miss. That could be an upset we should be watching a little bit without Lane Kiffin there and no coordinators. Maybe they get a sneaky little win over Ole Miss. It is at home for Ole Miss. You don't think they'll lose that game, but Good for Tulane to get there. And then obviously the 12 seeds, James Madison, we're probably going to get boat raced by Oregon. But we'll have to wait and see on that. That starts in 2 weeks. We'll go over a playoff bracket where the dudes will fill it out. And we'll do even if it's the main man for Way Out West and only myself. That's a holding call that they didn't call, but go figure.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Well, it is what it is, I guess. Like, you can't turn this game off. It's over. I can't even fathom right now. There's another holding call. Not calling it.
Oh
'cause
my
it's Kansas
god.
City.
You're so silly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't deal with the Chiefs. It is what it is, I guess. I guess I can feel the pain that P4 or Main Man from Way Out West and Howard feel all the time.
Just stop. No. What?
It is what it is.
I lost something once.
Well,
I mean, what are you
I
doing?
want to make the playoffs.
Stop.
Want to make the
No.
playoffs.
You're so silly.
Want to make
You're
the
so silly.
playoffs.
Playoffs? Talking about playoffs? I
Can't.
just hope we can win a damn game.
Well, we can't do that, obviously. Golly. All right, let's go to college basketball. CBB.
Oh
quarter
yeah, because
three.
this looks real good for you.
Yeah, this
You're
is-
you're living in the same exact amount of just imagination. Oh, but when it all
It all
clicks.
revolves around me. You didn't know that? It all revolves
No,
around
no,
me.
I'm saying that that the KU team this year is very similar to the Kansas City Chiefs, where it's like obviously they're good, like it just hasn't clicked. It's gonna click in this way.
Yeah, well,
It's
they
just
clicked.
never gonna quite click in that way, and then at a
And
certain
then
point,
they
you're
just
like,
drop the
oh,
ball. It's just
yeah.
gonna be turnovers instead of dropping the football.
Well, but the thing is, it's not even surprising because that's what they've been doing. Like this is how they've been playing all year. But you're just living in this
I know I'm in the
imagination land.
fantasy world. Yes, I know. Let me be in it before it crumbles to the ground like it's going to, and then we're gonna be not very good again.
God, Duke is so good though.
I
Like that's
can't
not
wait
even like a
till- I
joke.
can't
It's
wait.
in real
I
life.
can't wait till Duke makes a 1 seed and then just loses, and then they end up in the same spot as everybody else. But let's get to college basketball here. We will talk about Duke here in just a second. But biggest storyline: Iowa State crushed.
Yeah, we gotta wait a while till we talk about Duke. We gotta start
I
at
don't
the
really
bottom
know.
of the list.
Yeah, Iowa State beating Purdue because Duke's kind of at that bottom of the list here that we kind of just mentioned. Like it's just like whatever.
No, because you start at
Iowa
24 and you
State-
work your way down.
Nah, you don't have to quite do it that way. But Iowa State beating Purdue was the biggest upset of the week. They smoked Purdue. Now that there's no
What?
new number one,
What, dude? Syracuse.
no, that's not the biggest upset of the week.
Well, are you kidding me? They were unranked.
No,
What a
no,
top
no,
five
no,
versus top five
no,
matchup.
No,
You're that's
no,
so bad. And unranked, dude. They were so bad. They were like 69 in Ken Palm.
no.
They were so low, and they beat Tennessee at all. Like, come on, man.
Illinois beat them at home by 12. The next,
Well, okay,
same
sure,
week.
but at the time, this is what the fucking playoff committee's doing right now, where it's like, well, at the time, Notre Dame was actually not even ranked, but now that they're good, it was a bad win. A bad win's
It's a
worse
win
than
by
a good
Syracuse.
loss.
I was gonna mention it, but it's not the top of the hour. I'm not talking
Dude,
Syracuse.
But you
first.
said biggest upset.
I feel like the way they won the basketball game.
What
is a
was
bigger
the odds
upset.
difference? Okay, well, there's an easy way to do this. What was the
I don't know
What was the odds in the games? I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Talk about your silly basketball.
So Iowa State, the biggest upset of the weekend, beat Purdue. Purdue, number one team in the nation.
Tentatively.
Look really. They look obviously really good. The Big 12 is pretty loaded. Arizona is really, really good. BYU is really good. KU can be really, really good. Iowa State's obviously very good. Houston's still very good. So there's probably about 5 to 6 teams there that could be, Final Four contending teams. But now that there's a new number one, and I don't even want to hear the main man for Way Out West's answer because I already know what he's going to say. But who becomes the new number one team? Arizona, Duke, or Michigan?
Are you actually asking
Yeah,
me?
I'm
You know my
actually asking
answer. Duke.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, yep. There's that Duke.
I don't even
bias
think
we
there's a
all love.
question. It's Duke. I mean, what are you talking about, man?
Arizona's better. Arizona has beaten 3 top 10 teams. Duke's beaten 1, 2.
2.
They beat 2, right?
Unless Kansas isn't.
No, they're not. Kansas doesn't count. Because Kansas isn't the top 10 team.
I think you.
Michigan
No,
State.
did we beat Florida?
Florida was 15. I mean, still, but
Okay,
I mean,
Florida, Kansas, and fucking
I mean,
Michigan State
you beat
on the
Arkansas.
road, and you're like, and Arkansas, and you're like, well, really, according to KenPom, they're only 11, 12, and 13, so they're not
well,
really.
Arizona beat Florida, UConn, Alabama,
And Syracuse beat Tennessee.
UCLA.
So
UCLA.
okay, so at what point do these start becoming bad wins? Is
They're
my
not
question.
bad wins, I don't feel like.
No. Well, that's the thing, is that they're good wins now. But in 3 weeks, when you say that was a bad win, you go, oh, well, all they did was beat Florida.
Well, yeah, well,
And
Florida
Arkansas
sucks.
goes on a run, and Arkansas is like the
Arkansas's
ranked
winning
15.
right now. Yeah, they're gonna.
Exactly. So Arkansas is going to go on a run, and you're going to be like, oh, they beat. But when they beat them, they were only fucking 14. And then at the end of the season, they're 5. And you're like,
Arkansas's
oh,
gonna
well.
fall off a cliff like they always do with Calipari.
Talk about that Iowa State girl, Audi.
No, I don't want to talk about the Iowa State girl. I don't need to have that on my podcast. If you want to go listen to a women's college basketball podcast, go. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. Actually, I have no idea. But
we could head the market.
No, we're not.
It's real clouded with this college basketball, especially if you're just going to keep on regurgitating what you heard on Rosillo.
No. Didn't even have it with Rosillo. See, it's so funny. He's the only one that's laughing at his own jokes. So funny. What a guy. Anyways,
I cracked myself up.
The Duke.
Yeah,
Blue
I'm looking
Devils.
for these stats. The
Duke Blue
stats.
Devils beat Michigan State in another close game. Doesn't matter. Win's a win. Doesn't matter if you win by 3 or 15. They continue to win. There are not very many teams left on the schedule that could beat Duke. I think I looked. The only ones I may consider is Louisville at Louisville, just because they're a pretty good team, and at their house it'll be rocking and rolling there. They play Texas Tech coming up here soon. That could be a slip-up game, but maybe not. North Carolina is always a good game because they have it's at North Carolina, and there's that huge rivalry. And then also Michigan, they do play Michigan towards the end of the year.
Okay, Purdue was -4.5.
Okay. I don't know if Tennessee was.
It was definitely more than that, but I will look for it. Do you remember what day that was? Was that Wednesday?
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, because the same day.
Tuesday.
Yeah, the same day that KU lost to UConn. Yeah, Duke looks really good. We don't have to talk.
+8. Yes, it was. It
Okay,
was
so the biggest upset this weekend was Syracuse beating Tennessee.
It was last week.
Last week, whatever.
Tuesday.
Whatever. Who cares? Congrats. There you go. You proved yourself right. It's your world. We're all just living in it.
Yeah, outright.
Duke, pretty good basketball team.
And Anthony came off the bench too. Interesting.
Yeah.
He has kind of looked iffy.
Yeah,
Like,
he
just needs to get a
He
feel.
just needs to get more. Yeah, he just needs to get into the groove of college basketball for sure. He'll be fine. But yeah, it's a good win by Syracuse, beating Tennessee, ranked team. Tennessee beat Alabama, who Alabama was really, really good. Tennessee's been kind of on a skid, but you can't deny that was a great win by Syracuse. There's other few teams that are also kind of taking a tumble. The biggest one is the Kentucky Wildcats. They lost to North Carolina. North Carolina shot terribly. And still ended up winning that game at Kentucky, which is pretty impressive. And then the Gonzaga Bulldogs boat raced them to a 30-point victory. Pretty insane stuff there. Kentucky kind of on the downflow. And then Tennessee also kind of on that downward skid. Let's talk quickly between. We got our Duke little talk in here, and then KU lost to UConn on Tuesday. No Darren Peterson that game. They were winning that game until they went on a streak. They were like 0 for the last 14. UConn slowly came back, won that game. I think we had Darren Peterson. I believe we win that game comfortably, especially how they looked today against Mizzou. I know it's Missouri. The competition level is vastly different. But Darren Peterson looked really good until like he did kind of tweak his hamstring again. You hope that's nothing. I think they just sit him out because you're up 20 at that point. Like no sense in risking anything. Hopefully he'll be just fine and dandy. Even if he needs to sit out these next 2 or 3 games, we kind of have like some of those bye games coming up. Let me look. Oh no, wait, no, we have NC State next. That'll be a pretty difficult opponent. But after that, it's kind of like a not as we have NC State, then Townsend, then Davidson, and then start UCF at the beginning of the year to start Big 12 play. So you can kind of rest up and be fine. Iowa got smacked by Michigan State on Tuesday night, but then bounced back. Not Tuesday night, last weekend. But they came back on Wednesday and beat Maryland. Bennett Sturts had a really great game. That team's finally seeming to kind of click a little bit more. Michigan State's kind of on their own other level, kind of ahead of Iowa at this point. Bennett Sturts continually looks good. Isaiah is always trusted in the late minutes and is playing really, really well as well. So it's good to see the Dude Sports Podcast boys doing well and being successful out there. I'm going to go quickly over my top 25 just so we have it. So starting from number 25, I have Virginia. They're 7-1, playing well. 24 is LSU. 7-1, playing pretty well. And the SEC's kind of down this year, so if Howard would be on here, he'd be excited about this LSU team as well. 23, I have Iowa, moving them down just slightly, even though they lost to Michigan State. Good win against Maryland. St. John's at 22, continue to slowly rise up again after a few fails at the beginning of the year. Number 21, Auburn, stays kind of the same. Number 20, Vandy. You want to watch a really good offensive team in college basketball, go watch Vanderbilt. They're very, very good. They're actually the favorites right now to win the SEC, other than Bama. But they are phenomenal to watch. Number 19 is still Tennessee. They did lose. I do still have them in here. I think they've won enough games. They beat Bama. That's a huge win. I know they've lost a few now, but they did move down significantly from where they were. At number 18, I have Nebraska. Number 17, Texas Tech continue to move up the rankings as they continue to win. Number 16, I have Illinois. I still have KU at 15. I know they lost to UConn. Their 3 losses have been to top 10 teams, which is unfortunate, but they have continued to show that they can and will be good this year. So I did move them down slightly for after the loss, but then after today, I've proven that they are maybe even potentially a top 15 team in the nation. Number 14, I've got Houston, only have that 1 loss. But still going strong. 13, Louisville. They lost this week, so I moved them down slightly. 12, Arkansas. 11, North Carolina. Purdue, I had dropped all the way to 10. It's probably pretty low, as some experts probably still have them up in the this 6 to 7 range in that type of aspect. But I moved them way down to 10 after that brutal loss. I think they've been impressive, but they need to play some better competition before I can really move them back up. So they're one really good game, close game, they've lost to. So at number 9, I've got Michigan State. They did lose to Duke, but only slightly. Still like a really solid basketball team. Number 8, Alabama. Number 7, Gonzaga. After losing to Michigan, they bounced back really significantly in beating Kentucky, who have completely fallen out of the rankings. Number 6 is BYU. Only lost to UConn. Still look like a really strong candidate in the Big 12. Then you start your top 5. At number 5, I do have UConn. I wasn't that impressed by them. Mullins, the freshman, very, very good basketball player. Freshman coming out, seems to kind of find his groove. Found it there in the second half, get the win over Kansas. But I wasn't as impressed as these other teams ahead of him. I put Iowa State at number 4 after that monster win. They killed the number 1 team in the nation, and they haven't really shown any faults in any of their game. They move all the way to 4. Number 3, Michigan stays steady. They didn't really play anybody, but they still have that monster win over Gonzaga and everybody in the players era stays up there. At number 2, I am a Duke hater. I am putting them at 2. I'm putting Arizona over them at number 1. B4 is going to be mad. He's going to call me biased, all this bullshit, whatever. But I think Arizona has shown to be the more consistent basketball team at this point. I think Duke has great tendencies, has great players. I think they need just a little bit longer together to really flower into this Duke team that's going to be in March. It's going to be very competitive and very tough to beat when we get to March. But you have Arizona just slightly ahead of them. That's like they're kind of 1A, 1B tier there. So it's not like they're that far ahead. But I do have Arizona because they've impressed me. All right, let's talk UFC real quick because we do have a lot to talk about with that. So,
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I
not
mean,
a
this was the
ton.
last. This was the last ESPN UFC pay per view. So Louis Triste, not so much. It'll be interesting to see how the Paramount ordeal works. So I'm kind of excited for that. But we got Marion Santos starting off the card, beating Muhammad Naimov, third round, kind of started the third round KO. This was kind of a back and forth fight, and then Santos just put his lights out. Super cool prospect in Santos. He's 25 years old. He's 17-1. Can't wait to watch him fight again. Mansour Abdul Malik was a minus 1400, huge favorite in this fight. Even though Antonio Tricoli is 35 years old, but he's kind of a good story. He's a cool guy. He's 6'5". He's got 80-inch arms. I like him, but Mansour Abdul Malik will probably be fighting for a middleweight title in the calendar year 2026. So
Very good prospect.
yeah, he's really good. He's like, and I don't want to like get it. He'll probably like fight Bo Nickel pretty soon. But yeah, he's really good. He's 28 years old. Mansour Abdul Malik, who we start off. This was a standing guillotine choke. He just absolutely put the smoke to this guy in the first round. Then Iwo versus Ebo. This fight was insane. Iwo is now 7-0. They were both knocked down at least twice, I think.
Yeah.
They were so just absolutely crazy fight. They'd only got a performance of the night, not a fight of the night. I think it was fight of the night, even though it was a first minute and a half knockout.
Yeah.
Light heavyweights, super cool. Iwo, how old's this mug? 27.
You still got some
And
time.
Ebo looked good too. I mean, Ebo.
Yeah, he just got caught.
Jalen Turner beat Edson Barbosa. Edson Barbosa was leaking, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah.
On top of his head, it was like squirting out. Oh my gosh! But Edson, God bless you, man. One of the legends of the sport. But Jalen Turner almost retired a few times and kind of recently. But he's come back. He was a huge favorite. He was minus 500. He's only 30 years old, and he's lost to Moicano, lost to Bahamundes, lost to Dan Hooker, lost to Gamrot, beat King Green. He's lost to Matt Frivola, lost to Vincent Luque. He's only lost to really good fighters, and beating Edson Barbosa is a good win for him. So, I'd like to see what he does next. Bruno Ferreira beats Marvin Vettori. Marvin Vettori is one of those the like punching bag thing with no arms that is like on like the black base.
Yeah.
That's Marvin Vettori. He does not get knocked out. It's actually kind of scary how good his chin is. Honestly, his chin has gotten him every fight he's ever gotten. It's not his mouth, it's his chin. Yeah, if he didn't have that good of a chin and he was just getting slept in all these fights, he wouldn't be in the UFC. Instead, he'll just lose a decision. They go, oh, but it was close. If he just did this and this and this, like how PC talks about Kansas City.
Yeah, well, I don't.
If he just ran the ball better, then we would have been fine.
No, they would have done a lot of things. Catch the ball, not run the ball. Catch the ball.
Bruno Ferreira is really good, though. I like him. 33. Fares Ziam versus Nazim Sadikov. Fares won this one. This was another KO. Cool kind of KO in this one, too. Really interesting, fun card. Really excited for this card. It was in Vegas, and it was kind of a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah. Not so much to say at this fight. It didn't really win anything, even though if it was on an Apex card, it would have been performance of the night, fight of the night. Macy Barber beat Karine Silva. A lot of good takedowns by her. She obviously had that interesting fight in March where her opponent had a health scare, but I guess stuff is... Macy Barber's probably going to fight for a title pretty soon. I mean, 125 is kind of a tough division. Zhang Wei Li and Valentina, and now you got Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. I mean, that's going to be some tough
Yeah,
fights right there.
for sure.
But Macy Barber's in that kind of right that next tier. Good wrestler. Chris Duncan beat Terrence McKinney. This was another crazy one. Terrence McKinney probably should have won.
Yeah.
Terrence is good, man.
He just got, just.
They
Yeah.
probably should have stopped this fight. It kind of looked scary towards the end when Duncan was really laying on McKinney.
Yeah.
But Duncan took similar to what Terrence did similar to Duncan in that same kind of thing. So it's so tough. I'd hate to be a referee, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When do you call it? When do you not? Because some of these fights go flip. I wasn't, because that would be the worst thing ever, right?
Right.
Because you're not, as a referee, at least if you're not betting on it or whatever. Like you don't want to hurt a guy's career. It's like, I wasn't out. I didn't tap. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like there's nothing I can do to make it up
sure
to you,
that
though.
you were like not dead.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like one thing like an MLB referee when it's like, oh, did he catch it or not? And another thing when it's like, oh, is this guy unconscious, getting his head
smoked again and again. Yeah.
Manuel Torres beat Grant Dawson. Manuel Torres, super fun fighter, Mexican, El Loco, 30 years old, which is a ripe old age for a featherweight right now. So, which he's not even that. He's lightweight.
Yeah,
so.
but performance of the night too. So.
But yeah, he won a performance of the night. Good KO. Another first round KO. It was an interesting night. I knew Jan was going to win once all this silly stuff was happening, but Jan Blachowicz, Bogdan Guskov ended in a draw. This was the main card opener. Bogdan Guskov is very interesting looking. I don't know, man.
Whatever. It's a draw. It's like, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
It's like ties in football.
Huh?
You're like, oh my god. Just put somebody as the winner. Like, gee, what are we doing with this tie bullshit? Let's keep that to soccer and hockey. This is not a tie sport.
Peyton Talbot beat Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, Cejudo looks gross at the end of that fight, too.
Yeah, he didn't look good at all at any point during that fight. And it was weird because Ronnie Barcelos was too much for Peyton Talbot. You go, well, if he was too much, then Cejudo was going to be way too much. And either Cejudo looked really bad and he got exponentially worse, or Ronnie Barcelos is way better than we think he is.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
good win for Peyton Talbot.
Yeah, good win for Talbot. Tetsudo Taira beat Brandon Moreno. Oh my gosh, I love Brandon Moreno so much.
He's got smoked.
Yeah, I mean he kept it close, good hip control in the wrestling, but Tetsudo Taira is kind of a good fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, you see this
flyweight is the best division, dude.
But you've seen like these guys, and we'll see with Roy Val fighting next week. I mean, but it's kind of the changing of the guard happening right now in flyweight. I mean, I know the Pantoja thing, it's unfortunate the way it ends, but you kind of see these new guys kind of coming up now. That's kind of like where it's been dominant between Moreno and Royval and Pantoja and all these guys. Now it seems like maybe you found some of these young guys that are taking a crack at that top of that division.
Yeah, I mean, flyweight has always been the most skilled. It's just now you have this athleticism. There's this new untapped potential that has kind of really blossomed recently, where that's kind of all. And combat sports has always been about the heavyweights, but now with this new kind of ordeal where they're going with all this wrestling heavy stuff, and they're picking these guys out from every corner of the world. You're getting, I mean, right now the champions from where's Joshua Fan from? Myanmar. So you're like, what the heck? But really cool stuff. Tetsuya Taira, yeah, really exciting. That there is, I mean, he's 25. Moreno's still only 31. I like Moreno a lot, man. Yeah. But let's move on to the co-main. This was for a belt. Scheduled for 5. It went 26 seconds.
Injuries happen. It's just, it is what it is, but that's a brutal way.
what are you gonna do?
You
I
can't. There's
mean,
nothing you can do about it. I mean, he just landed wrong, and
happened to Tom Aspinall.
it's just an unfortunate. They do that a million times when they're sparring, like going down like that, and yeah, it's just fell wrong and busted up his whole arm. I heard it's like a shoulder dislocation. Did I hear that right? Is it not a?
It
It's
wouldn't
a,
be shoulder, it'd be elbow. It looked like
okay, yeah,
elbow.
that looked like elbow. I thought Dana maybe said it was a shoulder. It looked like elbow. But that thing was. He's out. He's gonna be out for a while. Do you put Tyra and Van up against each other right away? Because they both didn't take any damage.
Hmm.
I mean, who else are you
I
gonna put in there?
guess.
Unless Royval wins, then maybe you'd consider Royval as Van or whatever. But I mean, why not let the new guys get in there?
Redo one of the fights of the year, and
Yeah,
then. So I think what we know is Pantoja steps into a title fight, his next,
yeah. When he's
whenever that may
back,
be.
yeah, for sure. But
He is
who
pretty
knows
hurt
how
though.
long? Yeah, that could be a year. We could not see
I
it
don't
for
know.
a
I
year.
thought it looked similar to the Jaden Daniels in football, the
Yeah,
NFL player for the Commanders, the quarterback. And he was only out so long, but also he does a totally,
different
completely different
sport.
thing.
Yeah,
It was his non-throwing shoulder, elbow, and he's a quarterback. And this guy is a professional fighter,
yeah. There's a huge difference between those two.
and he's
Yeah,
older. Ah,
yeah. Who knows?
it
That's
sucks, but he's been one of the greatest champions. Like even if this is the way it ends, it's not the saddest way it's ended. And I'm not saying that he'll never fight again, but I don't know. That is a tough injury
that
in
really,
at this time of
really
your
bad.
career,
Yeah,
where it's like, you know what, kid? Everyone's told at one point or another that they just can't play the kids game anymore, and it sucks. But I mean,
I
gosh,
mean, the how much?
30-6.
Yeah, now he's gonna. I mean, he's gonna go make his own gym, and he can go train other people and or join a team to help train. You know that. So maybe he's like, all right, I'm tired of getting punched in the face. I'm one of the best flyweights ever. The only one that you can maybe consider being better is Mighty Mouse at flyweight, but that's it. Like he's top two automatically out of there. Maybe you're like, it's time to be done and stop getting punched in the face. But maybe not. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But Joshua Van, new champ, good to see. What about that main event?
It showed the flaws that I have been saying
Yeah,
in Marab's game this entire time. That's what Jan did. And I thought that Sandhagen was going to be able to do it. I thought that Sean. I'm just glad that I have not been proven absolutely batshit insane crazy because Marab, he is a machine, but all machines break.
yeah,
I mean, how cool is Peter Yan too?
yeah.
Christian, Russian, just freak,
Yeah, just
big
freaking rage.
Hezbollah.
The only reason he lost his belt because of an illegal strike against Sterling. I mean, I know that he lost again to a close fight to Sugar Sean, which kind of put him down. That three-fight losing streak thing kind of fixed some things. Now look at him; he's at the top, beating Marab. Solved the machine code to dismantle that guy, and he dismantled. I mean, Marab was smoked.
Yeah.
In
Oh
the
yeah.
fight. It was
His
like
face was mush.
it was
His
terrible.
face was mush.
It was bad beat down there. But Jan's good. What do you run? You run Sugarback for the title next?
Well, Sugar's fighting Song.
Yeah, if he
I
beats
think I
Song,
think Marab gets immediate
you think
rematch.
it's gonna be a rematch? Not a bad option there. You got that. You've got some guys kind of waiting in
And
the
if
wings
he
there.
wins,
Atlanta.
and if Jan is still champ, then Umar.
Yeah, Umar's another guy that can
I
totally.
think Sean wants to be the, and he joked about this in the press conference. They had the Q1. Oh, whoops. They had the Q1 press conference where they announced the Charles Oliveira fight. They had a whole bunch of guys face off. Derek Lewis was there. He was making jokes. It was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah,
But Sean O'Malley, he said that he wants to be the bantamweight 3-round champ, and I think he does want to get a couple 3-round fights in. And there's some good fighters. I mean, he trains with Marcus McGee, but I mean, there's a lot of guys. Maybe a Brandon Moreno moves
yeah,
up. Like, there's a bunch of guys who can have fun fights at 135.
yeah. Yadong's
So
gonna be a good fight.
that's a great fight. So I think that there'll be some interesting options at 35, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Sean. And I don't think that's a bad thing either. But yeah, Yawn is really good. I'm glad we're. Oh, I don't know if Marab beats Yawn. Then what do you do with Marab?
Have him fight somebody. I don't know, up and coming guy.
Would
I
he
don't know.
ever move up? Him versus Volk.
No, there's no shot. I don't
Why
think.
not?
Not big enough. I think there's a
Who?
huge difference. Marab.
I think they're the same height.
Are they really?
Volk is short as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I know, but he's just so much. I don't know. I don't know. Be
How
interesting to
cool of
see.
a fight would that be?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What do you just want to watch him fight another striker so he can wrestle him?
No, but I don't. I don't know what you do with him. I don't know if it's Volk. I mean, he's fighting Lopez. There's not much going on in that division either. There's like a log jam in 2 or 3 of them. That you're like, wow. There's like 15 of you guys.
And if
that can go
Marab
to the
keeps
champ.
losing to Yawn and he can't win that belt back and he's
Yeah,
just going to keep
move
on
up.
lapping sugar, move up.
Yeah, not a bad option.
We do have stuff next week. It's the last card of the year. It's at the Apex. Royval versus Cop.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Giga Chagadsky, Cesar Almeida, Costa, who's he's
We're gonna show you
very
here. This
fun to
guy's
watch.
really
I saw
good.
him live.
He won the last Pyre.
Kennedy and Cheku, yeah. Chilean Robertson, Neil Magny, Joe Anderson Brito, Luana Santos.
Yeah, there's some decent fights in here. Not that obviously to the level of last week, but still good fights, especially to end the year. I know we're gonna take that holiday break, which is kind of sucks. But I guess then there's what are you gonna watch late night now? I guess Hawaii basketball, but it is what it is. But all right, that's gonna be the Dude Sports Podcast for tonight, fellas. We did all right here, getting out at 11. That's honestly pretty good for us for 1 point. We do this every Sunday from 9:30. So if you want to tell your friends, support us, we appreciate it. We're trying to get some other stuff in the works, obviously, but it's pretty hard to get.
Maybe
get
Fight
things.
Companions coming up. I might be streaming if I can figure out how to do that.
We can figure out some maybe like get some Twitch stuff going a little bit. I don't know. We have 2 of our 4 podcasters who show up maybe once a year, so it's pretty difficult to get things going. But hey, we're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep rolling. Main man for Way Out West. What's your final words to the people?
Go Jets, go Mets. Winter meetings going on in baseball. We didn't talk about it, but there'll be some fun stuff going on in there. And support sport. Go out, try to catch a game. Go outside, throw the ball for the dog. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Go grab a coffee or something. A little soda pop. Get outside and enjoy time with family, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Like, donate, subscribe, donate via super chat, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your enemies. If you don't like the show people you don't like. Go, hey, this will waste your time because we certainly will. And that's just about it for me. So goodbye, folks.
Yes, this has been your Dudes and Sports Podcast. We're here 9:30 Central, 7:30 for your West